Alright, we are watching why Neymar was right about Lamine Yamal. Let's just do this.
Lamine Yamal è un grande giocatore, un crack che vem surgindo.
This is Yamal.
Lovely drop of the shoulder from Lamine Yamal. He keeps his balance, he keeps his head, and he equalises for Barcelona.
This
Number one player right now, by the way. Number one. I don't care what you say. Number one. And then Mbappe.
is Neymar.
Neymar, still Neymar. Oh, it's class again. What a game he's having.
This is Yamal again.
Kept his composure, kept the ball. Now he sets
The Inter Milan game made him who he is today. Oh, I gotta say that right now, too.
up and skips away from Mkhitaryan. Oh, that's brilliant.
Wow.
And this is Neymar again.
Neymar. It's Neymar. Well, it's helped in by Matthews, but he will claim a hat-trick.
While many people compare Lamine Yamal to Messi, there are arguably more resemblances to Neymar. The movement, the celebrations, the off-the-pitch charisma. It's very obvious who inspired the young Spaniard.
Yeah.
To me, Yamal's game feels a lot closer to Neymar's creativity and flair than to Messi's
exactly.
more calm, calculated style. And that could make him an even bigger superstar in his own way. It's not hard to see why people quickly labeled Yamal as the next Messi. The dazzling left foot, the connection to La Masia, owning Real Madrid at a young age. You show anyone a player dancing past a bunch of white shirts from the
Messi.
right wing using his left foot, then sliding the ball into the back of the net, and they're gonna think they're watching Messi. Add in the fact that he's now wearing the number 10 shirt, and it's hard not to make the comparisons. But what Yamal is doing is even more impressive considering how young he is. Messi's hat-trick at 19 years old against Real Madrid is still iconic to this day. He had become the youngest player to score a hat-trick in El Clasico at the time. Now Yamal
Really?
hasn't gotten a hat-trick yet, but he has already dunked his nuts on Madrid at a younger age on multiple occasions. You have his right foot banger in Barca's 4-0 slapping that made him the youngest scorer in El Clasico.
Okay.
What I'm doing, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. Actually, no, waking up at 5:50. I'm getting dressed. I'm going to grab Will. I'm coming back here, and we're running.
Okay.
Well, I'd rather you come in the ride with me get Will too, because then it wakes you up as well.
Alright.
But I want you to make sure you set an alarm for 5:50. And you need to get up like right away and get dressed.
History at 17 years and 105 days old. Then just a few months after that, he pulled another magical moment out of a hat, this time in the Super Cup. Messi-like goal, Neymar-like celebration. Then you have his assist to Ferran Torres in the Copa del Rey
was
final.
awesome.
He also assisted Pedri in that game. And of course, how can you forget his first time finish in the final El Clasico of the 2024-2025 season? The goal that helped Barca clinch the league. At 17, Messi had shown insane potential but nothing significant statistically. Meanwhile, Yamal at 17 already helped his country win a European championship. Many people never ever have a moment like what Yamal did against France in their entire careers, yet he did it as a teenager. Again, another Messi-esque moment. A drop of
15-year-old.
the right shoulder, left foot bang. On top of all of this, you have the fact that Messi literally bathed him as a baby. I hope Messi touches me next. Lastly, you have the La Masia connection. Both players rose through the academy making waves, then shown in the first team. Yamal of course did everything quicker, debuting at 15 years old, impacting high-stake matches at 16, being the second best player in the world at 17, and now flat out the best player at 18. Yamal is the difference maker for Barca. It's night and day difference when he isn't playing. He creates so many chances, and now he has even added more goals and assists to his game. He always passed the eye test with flying colors, but now he's statistically one of the best players in the world too. A lot of players and people around the game already believe that Yamal is generational, that he can become one of the greatest ever.
Messi wasn't doing what this kid's been doing at 17 and 16 years old.
Yeah, he's top, man. Honestly, he's doing what he's doing at his age, you know, it's not normal.
He's scoring unbelievable goals, making assists out of nowhere.
No one does it. I don't think I've seen that level of 17-year-old.
Even though he's still learning and growing under Hans.
It makes me feel like I'm a lazy piece of crap. whenever I watch him.
Flick, his numbers this season are crazy to look at. Now the funny thing is that Yamal himself has acknowledged that two players have inspired him the most, and those two guys are Messi and Neymar.
Yo creo que tengo dos ídolos muy claros en el fútbol que son Messi y Neymar. Neymar por su forma de jugar, que para mí era increíble. Me pasaba bien viéndole, y Messi porque para mí es el mejor jugador de la historia.
He told GQ that he acknowledges Messi as the best player in the world, but that he idolizes Neymar for his way of playing. He told CNN in an interview that he used to watch all of Neymar's videos,
and you can just tell in his gameplay, you know.
Then go home and try and imitate the skills in his room.
Bueno, sí, Neymar ha sido mi ídolo de siempre. Es un crack, una leyenda del fútbol, un jugador al que siempre miraba por YouTube.
You weren't the only one, brother. I recently rewatched this comp of Neymar's time at Santos, and what a player. Compare that to the robotic wingers we see these days, and it's like I'm watching witchcraft. The way some people talk about Neymar, you would think he's some sort of streets don't forget baller, like Adel Tarabt or Hatem Ben Arfa.
I've been dealing with dark spots my entire adult life. Nothing worked for me until I found Eucerin Radiant Tone.
Quick and secure foam mounting.
They couldn't be more wrong. Neymar is an
Neymar is the best skillful player in the entire world. Like, over the entire football scene, not just as of today, but like the entire football scene. Messi is the best player, obviously, in the world, you know, for everything. He's good at dribbling, he's good at shooting, he's good at, you know, game IQ, assisting. Neymar is also good at all this stuff, but he is definitely a top 5 player as well.
Timer. He's one of the greatest players to ever play the sport. In fact, had he not peaked during the peak Messi versus Ronaldo era, we would probably speak about him very differently. And please, don't ever compare Vinny to this guy. For those of you who didn't get to enjoy Neymar in his prime, you get to experience something similar with Yamal. The way Yamal dribbles is way more Neymar-esque than Messi-esque. He has unpredictable moves, flair. Messi ran past you with speed and a left foot that seemed like it was glued to the ball. Neymar, though, tried to embarrass you. He was fast, but he used step-overs, quick cuts, skill moves to get by you, while Messi relied on the old reliable shoulder drop. Even Yamal's teammate Rafinha has stated that he sees Yamal like Neymar. When you look at his dribbling, how fast he thinks to dribble, it's very Neymar-esque. When you think you can steal the ball from him, he does something that you haven't seen in your life. Yamal definitely shares Neymar's showmanship too. He uses skill moves and tricks to really captivate the audience. He isn't just trying to get past the defender. He wants to put that brother in a TikTok edit. Remember when he kept going around Doué on purpose just to dribble by him? Neymar did this kind of stuff all the time. Whether it was a rainbow or bringing the ball down with his back foot, he was there to win and to entertain. Now Yamal still isn't at the level of Neymar's flair, but you see so many signs of it. Whether it's a Trivela assist, a quick step over combo, or dancing after a goal, there are so many shades of Neymar. In fact, if you mirror Yamal's dribbling like some guy did on Twitter so that he becomes right-footed, he literally moves just like Neymar. What's funny is that Yamal is actually more efficient and a better playmaker than Neymar ever was at this age. Yamal's decision making is already so good. Despite how young he is so mature on the pitch.
Which player in world football do you enjoy watching the most?
I mean Yamal. And I'll tell you why. Not because of maybe what you think I'm gonna say. It's how mature he is. So I explain, I have it clear in my head that they go 2-1 up against France at the Euro in the semi-final. And Unai Simon, I think, throws the ball to him, controls it with the outside of his foot, and I think he can go 1v1 with Fernandes. And he took the ball, he stopped. And at that moment, you're young. Who would have said anything if he took that ball and went to play that 1v1? It was 60 yards, no one is. I think it was minute 60 something, whatever it was. Touched the ball outside of his foot, he put it down, he passed it back to Carvajal, and he said to everybody, calm down. And when you do that at your age already, it's a wrap.
He already has that quality of making people get out of their seats as soon as he touches the ball. That's what both Messi and Neymar offered as well. They created moments of magic out of nothing, and Yamal is no different. Whether he's scoring himself or creating for someone else, the kid is special. You know how many more assists this guy would have if he played with a proper 9 instead of Ferran Torres? The other quality he shares with Messi and Neymar is that he feels no pressure at all. Look at him before a massive Euros game, casually listening to music, smiling. Then look at him blasting music and dancing after the Super Cup win. His composure before and during big matches is ridiculous. He isn't fazed by the occasion at all, proven by how good he was across 2 legs against Inter Milan in the
What?
Just to tell you what I was just wondering what the video was. It's gonna be 22 tomorrow, so where I recommend is like I have a tight undershirt. If you want that, I'm gonna give you that. It'll fit you. And then you wear a sweatshirt, pants. I recommend like little legging things under it. Do you want to go for a pair of those now?
No, that's fine. No, right now.
What?
No, that's fine.
Like you don't want those?
Yeah.
Okay, so then just sweatpants, and then a glove and hat. Do you have a pair of gloves or a hat?
I don't think so, but I'll find some.
Well, can you look now, please, so I know that you.
I will. Don't worry.
When?
I don't know, but I will.
Okay, well, preferably not in the morning, like before you go to bed.
Yeah, I know.
2025 Champions League. While the rest of the team was collapsing, he was shining. During the Nations League, before the game against France, he talked his talk. Now, if you actually listen to the interview, he didn't say anything crazy. He said that the Ballon d'Or should be a reward for the whole season. But if people want to look at just one match, then let's play that match. Then he went out and proved it on the pitch, scoring twice in Spain's crazy 5-4 win over France, and dunking on Dembele, although Dembele did get the last laugh. That charisma and personality he has goes beyond the pitch. Just like Neymar, Yamal likes to dye his hair. He uses social media a lot. Messi was more basic. That man had long hair with no beard at this age, and then suddenly decided that he would look better with a beard in 2016. He also didn't really use social media that much, yet somehow I still believe he has the most liked post on Instagram. What a beast, man. Neymar is known for his big personality, his style, and how active he is on social media. His charisma made him popular all over the world, which is why brands and the media always want to work with him. That's why he's involved in music, fashion, and even charity work, which adds more to.
Well, Lamine Yamal doesn't really do much social media anymore because he's trying to focus more on soccer. But I will say that he used to. Definitely, 1000%.
His image outside of football. Yamal is now doing the same thing. He's building his public image as his career grows. He's the new poster boy for Adidas and Beats. He was in commercials for Powerade and even Pokemon. One thing that really helps him is that he speaks multiple languages, which makes it easier for him to connect with fans from different countries. That's why you see him showing up in even more ads, and more brands are starting to see his potential. Neymar's level of marketability was on another level, with so many huge endorsements, but Yamal's fast rise in football is already making him attract major sponsors and attention. Now, Yamal is still very humble, but he does like to talk his talk. He does it off the pitch through his Instagram stories and interviews. On the pitch, he does it with his celebrations. Messi, once again, his celebrations were basic. He would either point to the sky or sometimes kiss the badge. Here and there you got a glimpse of Messi's personality, whether it was dunking on Van Gaal at the World Cup or showing his jersey to the Bernabeu fans. Every now and then, Messi stopped being basic. Yamal, though, many of his celebrations are remakes of Neymar's. At times he's gone even further, calming the Bernabeu as if he was CR7 at the Camp Nou. Then he cupped his ears in the Super Cup. This kind of stuff makes Yamal even more likable, at least if you're a Barca fan. If you're a Madrid fan, you're probably traumatized because as soon as the GOAT left and you thought you were free, another kid came through to carry on the torch. Like, how crazy is it that Barca have produced not one, but two best players in the world for free from their child labor academy? Now, of course, Yamal is creating his own path. Like any youngster, he has taken elements of different players and added it to his own game. He isn't the next Neymar or the next Messi, he is just Yamal. I always have to repeat this because a lot of people come in the comments, they don't watch the videos, and they think that I'm comparing players in terms of abilities. I am not. Nobody is saying that Yamal will ever be as good as Lionel Messi, but you would have to be blind not to see the similarities. Yeah. Especially now since Yamal is dunking on the new Galacticos in the same way that Messi was dunking on the new Galacticos in the 2010s. I remember how much Madrid were hyped after they signed two Ballon d'Or winners along with Haramzema and Xabi Alonso. Then Messi continued to dunk on them. Same thing is happening now. Madrid came off the back of a double and added Mbappe. They were seen as a team that was just going to run over everyone, especially since Barca couldn't spend. But once again, Barca have pulled out a magician from La Masia. I mean, at this point, it's getting kind of insane.
Jesus creamers.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
And how many times Yamal has dunked on Mbappe. I know it's a team game, guys, relax. But there's been so many instances where they've gone head to head and Yamal has come out on top. Against PSG back in 2024, Yamal was actually the superior player until he was subbed. At the Euros, he completely took over Mbappe. That's not easy to do, by the way. Some people in their entire 15-year career don't have an iconic international tournament run like the one Yamal had. I'm looking at you, Portuguese homelander. We've even seen Yamal be better in La Liga matches, Super Cup finals, and even in the Nations League. The same way that Yamal is not the next Messi, nobody's saying he's the next Neymar. Neymar was one of a kind. He was two-footed unlike Yamal, who's heavily left-footed. He was an entertainer. He did things with the ball that nobody in the footballing world can do right now. But what Yamal has taken from both of them is the ability to perform in big games. Probably learned a lot from Neymar when they went on vacation together. I say that kind of jokingly because according to El Nacional, photos of Yamal hanging out with Neymar did not go down well at Barca. The club was not too happy seeing their young star spending part of his vacation with someone like Neymar. The main concern was that they didn't want their number 10 picking up the same lifestyle habits that Neymar has often been criticized for over the years. Because of this, the club actually decided to step in. They wanted Yamal to stay focused, to live a more low-key life, and to be more known for what he does on the pitch, not for parties or late nights. Everyone at the club, including Flick and his teammates, are trying to guide and protect the teenager by giving him advice and support. And it's worked, because there was a lot of noise around him bringing midgets to a party in the beginning of the season. Now everybody's talking about his ability. Despite how Barca feel about Yamal hanging out with Neymar, there's always going to be similarities in their playstyle. Like Yamal's first goal in El Clasico reminded me of Neymar's goal against Spain in the Confederations Cup final. But
it does, wow.
The Super Cup final reminded me of Messi's goal against Leverkusen in 2012. Just like he said in the GQ interview, he has taken inspiration from both players and it shows. No matter what you think of Yamal, you can't deny that we are watching a generational player in front of our eyes sealing his legacy. Now, to see just how good the entire Barca team around him has become, you have to watch this video right here.
That was a good freaking video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next one. Peace out.